Hi, greetings to all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are on the go once again. This time we're coming to you from the city of Manhattan in New York. Please share the live, folks. Please hold. Yes, folks, greetings, greetings, greetings. Share the live, please. I do apologize. I had a call that came in. Please share the live. Okay, we have some issues here. Just let me deal with my.
Yes, folks.
Okay, good.
Greetings.
Okay, good. We're okay here. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I know that there's no news spin today, so I am coming on right now to keep your company. Yes, sir. Please share the platform. Coming to you live here in New York, Brooklyn. Sorry, Manhattan, not Brooklyn. Manhattan. All right, I'm just trying to share it to some my platforms. Well, that is New York for you. Those the noise that you would be hearing from ambulance and different stuff. Ay, ay, ay. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are broadcasting from both platforms, and so we're happy to have you, friends. We're happy to have you here with us on the platform. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Friends, last night we saw Mr. Alan Chasney on the new spin. We saw him strong, being strong. We saw him going brave. We see him coming out, as a strong leader. Ah, my God. Last night was just something else. And you can see some of the callers who are calling in with their talking points. When they are faced with the reality, you see them mumbling, going speechless. There was one call in particular that I was concerned about his health because he was like all over the place. He came with a lot of accusations, and as they're being thrown down one by one, he called certain actions by United Workers Party illegal when he's told it was sanctioned by the House. Then he goes quiet. Then he comes back, and then the guy started mumbling. You know, Mr. Shasne Fair Papi Show this year. So you see, when people just pick up their information from online and just start repeating, then that's what you have. That's what you have. And last night was just something. I mean, all the propagandas and lies and deceit, dishonesty, you see it coming out. You know, the man is being accused of stuff that are not true, untruths, stories that are made up. There, I mean, these are just distractions. Right now, the question is not what Mr. Shasney said in the House about non-entity, because he called the NIS or the NIC an entity. So obviously he was speaking. He was not being feminist or not feminist. He was not being trying to characterize or besmirch anyone. He was dealing with the issue, and the issue was not the woman or the person. The issue was the land being sold to an individual and not an entity, not an organization like the NIC that can develop the property. All right. And I believe that's where, but surprisingly, I was looking back at some clips, and in the house, you heard Mr. Frederick says, well, the person has backhoes and everything else that can develop the land. But then the person with the backhoes and the resources to develop the land, it is not his property. It was bought by another person who is in Dominica, who is his daughter. So these questions are genuine, and we cannot be distracted with non-entity and all those things. Those are minor distractions. We got to focus on that development area there, that security point there, that you could have had your marine based and other border security based right there in St. Lucia on the Harbor. It's a beautiful place to set up that security based radar system, whatever you want to set up there, monitoring system for your port. It is just wise to do so, but the property was sold on the price, and everybody else on the other side believe it's a good deal. Nothing to see here. What is to see here is Mrs. Shastney using the word non-entity, and I don't believe Mrs. Shastney would refer to the young lady as not being of substance, not wanting her to have properties or not wanting her to have a business. I don't think that's, if you follow the man throughout the years, you'd realize he he um he loves people to develop themselves. He wants people to develop themselves, and you know, I don't think he wants to hold anybody back from that. If you listen to him carefully, you've always been speaking about self-development, the person developing themselves, the individual developing themselves. He spoke about young women who are just having children, um, and can't afford to take care of those children. Many of them did not plan for those children. They go out, have sex one night, end up getting pregnant. The guy goes back to his wife or goes back to his other job, leaves her there, and that child becomes unmanned, unsupervised in the society. And what do you get? The reality is, yes, we have a major problem with teenage pregnancy in our society. So all the spinning, the spin doctors and all the foolishness that you hear out there, these cannot help the issues that you guys in St. Lucia are facing right now. The crime. I am concerned about Viewfort. I'll tell you the truth. I'm concerned about the small businesses in Viewfort. I saw my friend Paul Pearl went into Viewfort with her phone and took some videos, and rightfully so. I looked at other videos, and we should be concerned about small businesses. If Viewfort is looking like a ghost town, people don't want to be out there. People don't want to go out. People are just avoiding everything that has to do with Viewfort. Then I believe that more monies need to be pumped into Viewfort. Right now, you have a crime pandemic in Viewfort, just like Corona. People's finance are going to be interrupted. Businesses will face tremendous different um, uh, challenges there, which means that government need not only to send police officers to Beaufort, but the government now need to send support to small businesses in Beaufort so that you can keep them afloat, because they're not going to have the traffic that they would normally have. Some people have left Beaufort, some people are afraid, some people in their homes, they don't want to go out unless they need urgent supplies. So I would think that the government right now would thinking of an economical plan, a support plan for the businesses, a bailout plan, for small businesses so that you can keep them afloat. What we do not want in Viewfort is any small business to close. You do not want any small business in Viewfort to close. Why? Because there are families who are depending on those income. So I'm not hearing too much about support for businesses in Viewfort. I'm hearing, yes, the police are there. The police will not always be there, and Viewfort will have to go back to dealing with themselves. Um, so you will need a lot of social interventions. Um, you will need a lot of non-government organizations to go in and set up shop to have stuff going on there. Community watch groups. You will need, as I said, the financial support for small businesses. You will need financial support for the poor families in Viewfort. Viewfort is the problem in Viewfort is much bigger than what we are discussing about sending in police, new police cars, this and that. That's just enforcement. But Viewfort needs more than enforcement at this time. And by the way, I just want to say kudos to the Prime Minister for, getting the forces in there after the fact. But they're there. They're trying to clean up um the place. But the problem too, there's a lot of problems over there. Because I remember when Mr. Philip J. Pear got into power, he said, "Oh, the people can man themselves. The people are disciplined." Alan Shastner don't believe that the people are capable of manning themselves. The society can manage themselves. I have confidence in people, and that in itself was being naive and not understanding your people. Yes, you're a black man. Yes, you lived in St. Lucia all your life, but I don't think you understand the people. And if you live in Marsha and you're the representative for Marsha and you make such a statement, then you would be careless to come into office as the prime minister and say, "Oh, let's get rid of all these laws and restrictions and just allow everybody to do what they want. People are able. You don't have to have the COVID wardens and this and that. People can do good for themselves, and we see that. We see that's not the case. That give some people the opportunity, they don't care about any law. Give some drivers the opportunity, they don't care about speed limits, they don't care about anything pedestrian, they don't care about their passengers. People are just lawless on a whole. And that's the truth. People are just lawless. And now we see that we got to go into Viewfort with a heavy hand because people are being ridiculous. Laws are set to protect you and I, and we need to understand that. Procedures, laws are put in place as a result of years of experience. Yes, traffic lights are put in place because of years of experience of chaos. Persons are just driving across. Nobody is giving anybody the right of way because there is no enforcer. There is no reminder of penalties that you can occur. And that's why signs are posted with violations and fees because of how the human think, the human mind, how we operate. We don't like to be restricted, period. So now we see that the Prime Minister is in Viewfort, which is good, setting up the security forces. And now we got to bring back the police dogs because we said we don't need the police dogs. It's too expensive to have police dogs. How can it be too expensive for you to have the resources that the police need? How is it too expensive when we can find monies to do everything else? Huh? We can find monies to do everything else, to hire people who we don't need to hire, to inflate government positions. Because what we saw in the budget, many of you are not watching it, we saw an increase of traveling allowance, an increase of entertainment allowance, an increase of every kind of allowance for government officials, increase for traveling. When have we seen such a thing? An increase. But yet we don't have enough money to have police dogs. And so the French had to bring in their police dogs. And now the government is saying, yeah, we're thinking of bringing back the dogs. And he's saying now, but I'm a big man. I'm a big man. I can always say, I mean, I can come here and tell you guys the truth. We're bringing back the dogs. The dogs should not have been tampered with. The dogs, police dogs, were used as a political tool to get at Mr. Chasney. Everything that the government has done to get at Mr. Chasney have hindered the growth and the people of St. Lucia. And that's why we have been saying all along, focus on nation building, not on Mr. Chasney. If you focus on Mr. Chasney, you are going to have a problem. And so said, so done. Special prosecutor for Mr. Chasney. Nobody else. That's a new office that needs to be financed. The dogs should have been financed with that money. Because if you're a government and you are seeing, you have all the government documents at your disposal. You have a DPP, you have all kind of Ps, you have lawyers. Could you not have just take your documents where you saw Mr. Chasney stole money or guy and say, here's the document, Mr. DPP, you deal with it. And Mr. DPP will take Mr. Chasney to court. Because that's a legal department that we have already. So now you add a special prosecutor for Mr. Chasney, causing taxpayers millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. But yet, $40,000 for dogs is too expensive. Mr. Healy said, yeah, can you imagine $40,000 for dogs? Now the dogs are going to be back. So they have been distracting themselves really with Mr. Chasney, and I believe it is not right. It is not fair for the people of St. Lucia. And the people of St. Lucia should stand up and demand that the government focus on protecting them, on easing the pressure on them. Because look what we have now, right? We had the Labour Party ministers in the House for months talking about the United Workers' Party convention and their business. For months they go arguing. The people will put you out. This one will happen. That. You saw it. For months they focused while the opposition leaders warning them, inflation, friends, you're going to do something with inflation. Warning them over and over about the crime and view forward, warning them. But they refused to listen. Instead, they went minister after minister attacking one man, Mr. Chasney. So, to me, friends, we got to look at the budget. For me, we got to look a little deeper at the budget to see what's going on there, because there's a lot. Because I'm saying the government, they're boasting that they have surplus, that they made so much money. How come that the government did not see the need to ease the squeeze on the citizens of St. Lucia? That's the big question here. Yeah, that's the question for me. You're boasting that you have a surplus, you make so much money, you're back on track, you save the country, but yet there is no sugar in St. Lucia. Two, there's a major crisis that nobody is speaking about with the blood bank. Do you hear that in the news? Do you hear the health minister, anybody coming out to speak about what is happening there with the blood bank? No bags to put the blood in. You know they're going to say to you, supply chain problem. When I ship a barrel to St. Lucia, it's there within 3 weeks. But we having problems. And by the way, St. Lucia is the only country that is having problems with supply and with shipping. They have problems with getting bananas to England. They have problems in getting bananas to the Caribbean. They're the only ones that are having shipping issues. I'm not hearing Rav Gonsalves complain about shipping issues. I'm not hearing the Prime Minister of Dominica or Grenada. You're not hearing Barbados complain about supply. You do not hear a lot of shortages in those countries. St. Lucia, what you have? Shortage of brown sugar. Shortage of bags for blood. People are on lines wanting to donate bloods, but cannot donate blood because there is no bags, no supplies in the hospital, but we have a surplus. No supplies in the hospital. Who is responsible for ensuring that the inventory of the state is in place? Hospital ordering supplies, that you don't wait until you use the last bag to order more supplies. Blood, critical. Very critical blood. Why? A lot of shootings, a lot of craziness goes on in the country. So there is always the need for blood. But you have no bags for the blood. No brown sugar. Did you not see? I think that brown sugar thing is more to it than just not having brown sugar. I think and I believe that these guys are trying to get rid of all the white sugar that they ordered. And I suspect they ordered the white sugar when they were not able to bring in brown sugar. So they ordered a lot of white sugar. And now they're forcing the white sugar on St. Lucians to get them sick. That's what's going to happen. We know white sugar is not too good. So now they're not going to order any brown sugar until the stock of white sugar goes down. Strategic, but not concerned about your health. They're just trying to get rid of the white sugar. Ain't no white sugar shortage anywhere. Any brown sugar shortage anywhere. Trust me. Ain't no supply problem with no brown sugar. Trust me. Let them come and prove me wrong. And I'll make one call to St. Vincent and one call to Grenada or Belize and prove to them that what they're doing to the people, it is wrong. And the sad thing is that they ain't telling you guys the truth. They're not coming to say to you, you know, this is the situation. They're not doing it. They're just fooling you. Yes. You just get quino. You do. They don't tell you the truth. Tell the people the truth. Tell the people the truth. Let's faire magique, ce monde-là. You know? Tell the truth. You all know in Manhattan it's difficult to get parking, you know. I'm on the side of the street here. You know how long I've not been in Manhattan? Because I don't like take trains. So I drove down to bring my brother-in-law to the hospital. Yeah, my friends. Let's go back to the issue. He'll be okay. But my question is, would you be okay? Being fooled and all kind of smoke screen, all kind of noise just to distract. What was the noise? To distract you from listening to the budget debate. So now we find out as soon as the opposition start beating down the budget, you know what they did? They lower gas by 50 cents. Hey, they can't fix the road, they have no money. But they made what? Them I hope you all listening to me, folks. You all stick with Caribbean American news, you know. We break it down simple and plain for you. The guy said they could not fix the roads because one, the first excuse was the rain. The second excuse is that they don't have money. Alan Shastner didn't leave money for the roads. The vaccine money they needed to fix the road. You remember that? Oh, we need the vaccine money to fix the road. If we had the vaccine monies, we could have built roads. But in his budget, he's boasting to you that we make so much money. Tell me if these guys are not fooling you, solutions. They're playing with your head. You can jouer Sevelza. According to my friend, no, but you can malmener Sevelza. They're playing with your brain. And some of us only have a few brain cells left that you can't jouer no. So they'd have no money for roads, no money for medicines and bags and blood bags in the hospital. No monies for anything to fix anything, but yet we are boasting in the house that we make maybe 70 million extra monies we have sitting there. Huh? Reverend, think about what I'm saying. I want you to forget about all the excitement and stuff. Just let's reason. Let's reason together now. Let's reason together. Let's reason. So no brown sugar. No blood bags. People are dependent. People are waiting to get blood. People are waiting to donate. People are waiting to receive blood. Any major accident, you need blood. And thank God that the police are in View Fort, where the things are cool over there. You actually need blood. You need to have blood on hand. People are having operations every day. What are you going to do? Delay the operations because you don't have blood bags? That makes sense in a developing country state. Where's Musa? Musa, where are you? Where are you busy? Talking about Shastner? Talking about the horses? St. Lucians don't care about your discussion on horses. How long are you going to speak about that? St. Lucians don't care about the color of Mr. Shastner, whether he's white, black, or pink. What they care about is what's going on in their pockets, what's going on at the hospitals, what's going on the roads. That's what they're concerned about. So all the noise you all keep in there, the people people don't care about that. People don't care about that are people who don't even think clearly. You don't fear, but you can parle about skin color. Huh? How is skin color going to help you with your belly? Who's my skin color? When you're hungry, you want food. Let me see if I can read some of the comments. We have a comments from Facebook. I'm going to read comments now. Gustav is saying he could have used the Banan's land to strike a deal for the completion of the house project in Shock or Talvan. So true. But instead of negotiating, let's say you want to get rid of the land because you want money. I would appreciate it if you take that money to relocate the CDC people. You knew about them. Take that money to build more homes for the people of St. Lucia. But what you did, you buy a building, repair the building for more bureaucracy and to maybe hire more friends and families. How is that benefiting the people of St. Lucia? when that same housing authority people look at the state of the CDC, they are responsible for the CDC. Could you not have taken that money? Could you not have taken that money, huh, to fix the CDC? Huh? You say you wanted to build condos. St. Lucia don't need no condos. You ain't want to put nobody in no housing. The worst thing in the world is housing, is these housing complex. The worst thing. You have to hire security guard and all kind of stuff because it becomes a breeding ground for all kind of activities. Whether people drink rum, they sleep in the hallway, all kind of crap goes on. In this modern age, who putting people in the Caribbean in housing with all them mold problems and nonsense? Nah, man, get lands and exchange lands. You could have exchanged lands and give people opportunity, give them plots of lands so that they can have their own little house and plant their stuff. Who want to live in housing building, concrete building, like you're in concrete jungle in New York? Who want that? Please, I would never support no such project. Let's do like Barbados. Let's get a land and build separate homes for different classes of people if you want. Those who can afford to the middle class. Then you have the really poor. You have to give them houses. You have to give them that start. You get the land for them, and then you build a little house for them because you have the money. Government can build enough homes for all them people who needs house. All the people in the CDC. Government can actually build homes for them. Look at Ralph Gonsalves. Ralph Gonsalves needed land, needed the property there in Kingstown, some properties where people were living. People were living there. Ralph Gonsalves needed, and you know what he did? Ralph Gonsalves relocate these people, give them houses that they never had. Concrete, nice concrete house, man. The people become middle class people all of a sudden, nice big houses. If you see the house, beautiful, beautiful houses, over 100, I think, of them, or less. Nice homes, not plywood house. And you talk about Mr. Shasta, they don't value we, the people of St. Lucia. You value them with the kind of houses you're building for them, plywood house that you will need to go and change the plywood in the next few weeks. Don't you understand in these times you have to build resilient houses that can withstand hurricanes and the elements? Green homes. Tell me about plywood house. You government, don't give nobody no plywood house. If you're a government and you're building a house, people build a concrete house. So you would have to come back and they would have to be worrying about would do the plywood rotten, blah, 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 all kind of nonsense. Build something good for the people if you really appreciate the people of St. Lucia. And ask yourself when you're doing things for St. Lucian, whether you would want your families to be in such a situation. Ask yourself those questions, politicians. Would you sleep one night in one of those plywood homes that you're building? And if the answer is no, don't put nobody in it. You hear me? I'm telling you folks, that's how you know when people really care about you. Putting paint on plywood, making it look nice, don't mean that you have a good house that's durable and can withstand a hurricane. All the nice color the paint in the house is to camouflage and to play with you all hell. You think when hurricane come, it looking at this color nice, that color nice? You can actually tooth my guy. So build something that can withstand the climate change. Build things that can withstand wind. Don't build nothing where a little wind come, you have to evacuate people into some church or some school because you're afraid the galvanized will blow off or the plywood will fly off their house. What are we doing? Build good one time. If the lands are not the people own, try to get lands for them so you can build permanent structures. Well, you guys building permanent structures for bureaucracy. You're building state-of-the-art buildings only for politicians to go and sit down in and their friends. But you're giving the people garbage to live in. And boasting in front of them, tell them, oh, this building is going to be nice. Here's the drawing, the technical drawing. Where's the technical drawing for those houses you're building for the people? Where's housing to say to you, no, you can't build those things in St. Lucia anymore? Do like Rav Gonzab. You hardly find a plywood house in St. Vincent. You hardly, I'm telling you, find a plywood house in St. Vincent. We're still building plywood homes. I'm not saying we should not. I mean, if you can't afford, you should not. But if the government they're building, they should lead by example and give those people strong homes that they can stay in their house during a hurricane. But maybe that's what they feel some of us deserve. Some Seeley said $1 million to be exact. Talking about Seeley, there is a lady Seeley. I think she deals with women affairs and abuse women. I saw somebody send me a clip where she's telling Kenny Anthony to take me to court for using his pictures. How can you be an activist and you be so dumb? Involved in trivial stuff that you should not be getting yourself involved in. I don't understand how you represent women and you're an example to women, but all these little petty things, people have freedom to speak. Yes, you have freedom too, but with this freedom comes responsibility. I'm speaking about the issues in Viewfort. Another one say, oh, Garfield is the only one who is saying that we should let the people die in Viewfort. What kind of careless statements, you guys? I mean, and anyway, let's not bend ourselves out of shape. Freedom of speech, I guess. So people can say what they want and speak. People are free to be imported from Montserrat. Period. So let's go to Jan Gustav. Who gives up prime marketable property that you may never be able to sell back unless you decide to give a bargain? It's right. I mean, Philip Gilbert was actually not Philip Gilbert, Mr. What's the lawyer name? Mr. Richard was saying Alan made a bad deal with the mall, the Dyer Mall. It's the worst deal. Worst deal. But to me, this land here, prime waterfront land, I believe that's a very bad move. It is true. Hi, Donovan. How are you? Hi, Veronica. Good. No, it's true. I think that's a very bad deal. That waterfront thing, that should have been in government possession. The Dyer Mall, we understand the deal that, there's that it's a deal where the government gets that property, at the end. The developer developed the land, the property and everything else. And that deal you can understand. But how can you explain to the people of St. Lucia this waterfront property in the town? No waterfront property. I don't believe any waterfront property should be sold around St. Lucia because you need it for border control. It should be in the government's inventory. All waterfront property, if possible, should be the property of the government of St. Lucia and should be claimed by eminent domain, which is the only way I suspect you might be able to get back this waterfront property. And it's going to play out in court. You end up spending a lot of money, legal fees, to get that thing. But folks, what can I say? What can you say? What can we say? We can outline the issues and just hope that good sense prevail. I'm not saying here that UWP they make a lot of good decisions. There are a lot of decisions that we don't support, and we're free to do that. And there are a lot more that we support. So I'm not here to say that this party has done everything right and the other one has done nothing right. The Labour Party has done a few things in the island. So I'm not here to tell you that they have not done anything for development of St. Lucia. I would be a hack. I would be a party hack to do that, and I do not want to be classified as a hack. Period. All right? I'm here for nation building. My financier, no matter how much money they get, Richard Frederick will not do anything good unless Minister $10 million he can report. Right. Well, based on the $10 million, Mr. Richard Frederick said, and I heard him in the news, he said that he have only received, I think, 1 million or something like that from that 10 million dollars, and the prime minister had assured him that he would get another maybe 2 million or so. I think that's what I heard him, and I will have to go by what he said. So he's saying that he did not get the $10 million up front. So he's getting portions of it, portions of it, portions of it. I'm not here to call every and anybody a liar. I'm not like some people. Everything you say, you're a liar, you liar, you lie, you lie, you lie. I don't believe in just using that word loosely. I honestly don't believe in it. All right. So that's just me. You guys are free to think however you want. Yeah. All right. I'm having a problem on my other phone in getting all your comments. Okay. So I'm just filling in for Timothy. He's not on. I took his space. We have 10 minutes more to go. I have some good news to announce to you guys. You all are my family, my supporters. Although there are one or two of you, you all ain't easy at all, honestly. It's up here. Mama. Let me give you all advice too. If you all don't know somebody personally, be careful what you believe and what you say. That's all I could say. Be careful. We can be bad to ourselves. All right. Good. So I have some good news. I got up this morning. Hi, Sister Francisca. I'm looking forward to seeing you. Good to see you. I got some news from Facebook today, this morning. I was happy. Our Caribbean American News Facebook now will be financing Caribbean American News, I believe, starting from next week. Could be from this week, but from next week. When I say finance, they're going to be using ads on our platform, using our platform for ads, so that at least we can get some income there, because we have light bills, we have softwares that we pay for every month, broadcast softwares. We are constantly upgrading our system. And then we get a lot of requests. We get a lot of requests for support from St. Lucia. People need monies for groceries, medicine, different stuff. And so Facebook, by the grace of God, will be financing our projects. And we're hoping to keep it that way. So it means going forward, we got to be very careful with our content, what we put out. It must be original. I read the agreement. We cannot put out anything that is not original. We cannot bully anyone. And that's what we'll do. We're going to put out original materials from Caribbean American News. So that's the good news. I know my enemies, they don't like to hear that. I know. So I like to the Bible says, a table will he prepare before you in the presence of your enemies. And he will anoint your head with oil. Me oil lala, money oil lala. Never go without the oil. Me always have my tea fuel. Yeah. Money tea bagay mula. Ma fe imagine, not just sepisa. So he says, your head will he anoint with oil, and your cup will run over. Goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. Eh? I will spend eternity in his house until he comes. Members not more at least not by body. So yeah, Facebook. Yes, Angeline, thank you. Yes, and this actually, we are still fighting to get our original page. And this page that we have at Caribbean American News Media, we just started that a few months ago. And Facebook have already recognized it. A lot of people were encouraging me. I tell you the truth. A lot of people were saying to me, Garfield, start the page, the new page. Start the new page. Because the other guy is saying a lot of things and blah, blah, blah. Start a new page. And I was reluctant, you know. I remember having a private meeting at a certain location, an undisclosed location, a private meeting. And the person that I had a meeting with, the private meeting, said to me, Garfield, start that page. I am telling you, start the page. If you are telling the truth, if you are not lying, if you are not deceiving anyone, God is going to stand with you. Start the page. And I remember saying, well, I am on the side of truth, so I'm going to start the page. And I started it. And by the grace of God, I never regret. A lot of advisors, a lot of people were saying, look, I was disappointed in you. I didn't like what you did, blah, blah, blah. I didn't understand the issues, what was happening. And I'm getting a one side of the story, another side of the story. So I don't know what to believe. And so folks were saying you're not UWP, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, that's not even the truth. I am what I am. And has never wavered in support. I've never said an evil word against this United Workers Party. I've never swayed from this course. Never, never, never. Right? And I've spent a lot of time, moments praying for this party. And so I started it, and the Lord kept, revealing stuff to me and how to get the platform, follow all the protocols, how to work it, how to study and understand how social media works, algorithms, what you can say, what you should not say, who you should bring on the set, who you should not, who you should identify with on the platform, who you should not. And so I followed and I trusted the process, and I got a report from Facebook. A matter of fact, YouTube, what did I see on YouTube? 100,000 viewers. That's what I saw last night for YouTube stats, what they report on YouTube. 50 new subscribers on YouTube and 100,000 viewers over there on that platform. And when I looked at the new Facebook page, it had over 500,000. Y'all listening to me, y'all see us here with our little 52, blah, 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 during the day. 500,000 viewers. Caribbean American news have impacted. 500,000. There are times when I don't want to come on, and people will call me and say, we're dependent on you, you got to get on. I had a lady who called me, I believe it was yesterday. Oh boy, she cried. She told me, I talking to you and I'm crying. I never thought that you would answer the phone. She said, you mean a lot to me. And hold a minute, 1 minute, folks. Yes, folks, I do apologize. I do apologize. Yes, man, let me just read through my comment. And so 500,000 viewers, the people are watching. And the lady told me, man, the lady she just wanted to hear my voice. She just wanted, and she said, I was shocked that you answered my call. I said, why? She said, man, I love you. I love you. and everything else. And I was, I was taken aback. She was happy just to hear my voice. So there are persons out there who really appreciate the service that I'm offering. And as I said, it's a free service. I've never asked for anything, and I give God the praise. I give God the praise, folks, for what He has done through us. I'm going to read your comments, and then we will disconnect our system because I have to do that pickup now. Let's see, Andrea. Andrea says, Frederick, light Garfield Oliver, you think PGP will give Richard $1 million? No, the accounts support that, my friend. The account supported. He got one, I believe, and then the Prime Minister is going to be given another 2 million, I believe. Okay, so Morris, child of God, always receive great blessings. Thank you, and it is true. You know, one thing my grandmother said to me, that your bread basket will never be empty. She said your bread basket will never be empty. And I try my best to be on the side of truth as much as I can. And I have not gone out to deceive anyone or to steal anything from anybody. I've not stolen a dollar from anybody. I have not deceived anybody. I don't go out there deceiving people. I go out there to help people. And that's my that's what the Lord has called me to do. And so that's why sometimes when I hear people calling me a thief and people saying all kind of stuff, sometimes you wonder where they're getting the thing from. Why are they calling you a thief? What have you stolen from them? And people are just people, you know. People will always be people, and that's why I ask the flower people to relax, cool out. You know, many of you don't know me, so follow other thieves in calling me a thief, and you will end up, I mean, experiencing what they experience, and that's why we got to be careful. You know how we accuse others. We got to be very careful, be very mindful of accusations. But I know we have good people in our set, good people who support us, who love the show, who love us, and will give us the benefit of the doubt. Will defend us with vigor. Let me see here. Donovan, yay! Blessings to you, my friend. Where Andrea? Andrea said, make sure you get paid. You don't forget me. Just a bottle of wine. Listen to me. I given you a bottle of soft drink. Andrea has always been a supporter. So Andrea, one of these days we'll get together. Yes, yes. Thank you, Sister Francis. Congratulations are in place to every one of you, not me, all of us, because without you, I could not have done it. Without you having the confidence in me, and for those of you who were confused, who decide, look, I'm going to give him a second chance. I'm going to work with him. I'm going to support him. I'm going to be there with him. For those of you who decided that, thank you very much. And you will not be disappointed. And I don't believe I have disappointed you so far. All right. So we started this journey and we must finish the journey. I'm going to say it again. We started the journey. We must complete it. We must see it to its completion. There's something that you got to stick to witness. You got to stick to what we're doing. All right. Yes, and my friend Sylvia, I love to follow you on YouTube. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Love you so much, Sylvia. Rachel, thank you so much. Thank you. I know the family, great family. Thank you. And I will always be there for you guys. Now that I know, because at some point I got discouraged and I felt like just giving it in last week, and a lot of folks called me and said, "No, don't give it in." There are people who are looking forward to the programs. A lot of people just want you to come on to keep their company and to just be there. And so I can tell you that, now that we know Facebook is going to be taking care of the platform, then we can continue going forward so that we can assist the many families, many requests that we have been receiving. All right. Alfred, good afternoon. Alfred is on Facebook. Thank you, my friend. And yes, and my friend is saying, we love you too. Yes, I love you all very much. Thank you, Elidor. Hippolyte, good afternoon. Good afternoon, my brother, Veronica. Don't know if I will get to see you in St. Lucia. Yeah, everybody will get to see me, trust me, by the grace of God. Veronica, yes. We will be on live, by the way, with everything that we do. So, and then I will try to meet some of you. I plan to do some home visits. So, most likely, some of you would see me coming to your homes or your communities. So, don't be afraid. Maria, congrats. Thank you. Shane, need you to represent us in Denry. Do me a favor, Donovan, if you really want me to represent you in Denry, I can sit to you. I'm available. And you can start a petition there. If you folks in Denver come together and say, look, I want you to run, then I would actually, I'm saying it open now, I will actually jump in and start that movement. But it depends on you guys to talk to me and let me know what's going on. All right. So that's my promise to you, Donovan, there in Denry. BBDD, hey, my friend. Good to see you. And Shalry, yes, thank you so much. These are real words of encouragement. And Sylvia, you will see me. I promise you that. You know, we will touch base when I get down into St. Lucia, God's willing. Yes. Sealy, people be reminding that SLP government will be using $1 million of Taiwanese funds to fix the house of the ambassador. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That one is something. $1 million to fix the house of the ambassador in Washington. $1 million, friends. And what do we give to the people? Plywood City. Molly Mo, how are you? Good, good. Right, Montreal is in the house. Shalry is in Montreal. Yes. Veronica says, Pastor Garfield, my work is rough. Working every day, one day off, but sure, I will see you. Listen to me, I will find you. I will find you, my friend. All right. I appreciate every one of you and love you all. I don't know. Y'all can. I'm going to do a pickup now at the hospital because they're waiting for me. My brother-in-law had major heart surgery, so they're waiting for me. So let me just go around. But I'll talk to you until I can disconnect. But I really appreciate you guys, and we look forward. And my friend Jimmy Haynes, how are you? A long time. I thought you had abandoned me, brother. Thank you so much. Jimmy is a good guy, folks. Good advisor. Um, she's been there for me from since the beginning. So I want to thank him. Amen. And Molly is saying, cover yourself with the blood of Jesus. Oh yes, I can't go without Jesus. If I'm a minister of the gospel and I go without God, then I'll be a mess again. But I'm going with God. Ik moi-même, ma alesa ti oil moi, ti fuel moi. Moi-même, na be the dang. I'm not going in no river. In no river to bathe. I go in and put that oil on me. Moi-même, c'est moi qui try. No weapon formed against us shall prosper, my friend. And every tongue that rises up against us in judgment shall be condemned. Yes, yes, yes. In Jesus' name. Ou pa wè sa lot bouk la fè. I ka pale telman bêtise, même bêtise la foute à terre. Patak, kosak chebon, i tobe. Ou même pas moi qui fè. Le ou ka jwek, se mambo Jesus a ki ka wivo, oui. Ou ka foute own call body slam. Ou jeme wè sa? Oui, ou ka foute own call body slam. Honestly, imagine when listen me, I am on this earth from since 1970 something. Imagine where I'm on live a just fix a car you take on bratak. Ou kwa boje gazwe. Ek le bouk la leve, ma kreye nan moun. Le moun la leve, I ka kreye nan tout moun. I ka kreye nan moli mol. O diye, le bouk la fise kwa se moun la leve. Se moli moli ka we. Ko moli moli. Ko Garfield. Ko Timothy. Chaste ki ve, chaste. Ou vaste chaste. Ou e chaste sa. Ou chaste men. I don't like chaste. Sa I ka di, la I leve. I di sa pa bo. I di atsu pa bo. I di tout moun pa bo. Up to now, mi se ka jire moun, di guys. I kreye a fam, a voodoo fam. I kreye nan meni vowo. Tout moun, Marvin, tout moun pa bon. Li ki fese koy, ou sa? Bouk la leve fese koy blatak. Mwen sote bagay sa, up to now phone me pa travay, my phone is not working good up to now. My phone will never be the same again. Mama. Anyway, my mem, before you call my name tonight, he's on my volley, my bomb, when he jabal. Let me go drink some water and mind my business, yeah? My mem. So, folks, I'll see you all. If anything happen, I'm coming back on later, you know. If anything happen, I'll be near live I'll call. So, nice meeting you all. Nice having you all. Bugla leve fese koy blatak. La men, ou sa la men, ka fè mal, men ki la kwa la men la men kwa. Oh yeah. Imagine the enemy living facing themselves in front of you. Moun sa ka di bagay about mwen telman mwen do, eh? Me say di bagay telman about me. Somebody came to the church and they showed me a picture and they said, yeah, he said that you have a jabal and you give her a BMW. And the people said, yes, a lot of people believe it. You know? I say, wow. Isn't that something? And he himself said, yeah, you know, that's not true. But why say it? Put you got this about Isaiah if it's not true, if it's not the truth. Why are you saying it? So live if you say, Danny, please, there's more to come. There is more to come. There is more to come. Let me see if I can find. Just bear with me, folks. I like your company so much that Moi la bon hospital, l'hôpital là. The people blowing me. Okay, I just sent a message. Okay. Just bear with me, folks. I'm just using the little technology on my phone there. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Yeah, man. So me, I not getting pulling Molly in no drama because the fella, as soon as the man get off the ground, is Molly Mall name the man call we. Where Molly Mall? Oh, BBDD, your area you felt the earthquake too? Molly Mall, you felt who? Everybody felt the earthquake. Moi do phone me pas travail bien. Juste phone là qui vibrate là autant blata. Oh yeah. Molly Mall. So fait pour là ou pouvez dire you prayed that morning, ain't it? Yes, you did. Because honestly, who falls like that? Remember, tonight you'll let a man come cussing me off, so let me be quiet. I don't need no drama at this time. Ay. Hey, Alpha Bravo. Alpha said he felt it he felt that shaking in St. Lucia. Wow, a lot of people did. What? Yeah. Oh, something else I wanted to share with you before I go. Caribbean American News was registered yesterday with the Copyright Agency of the United States. Yeah, so Caribbean American News, it's copyrighted now, and it is an official trademark that's copyrighted here in the United States. I thought I would let you know all the good things that are happening on our platform. I just thought I would let you know that. All right, folks. So blessings, blessings, blessings. But I got to go now. As I said, I'm at the airport, and I will get back to you all a little later on. Molly, what happened there? It shook everything. It shook everywhere, Pastor Gavin. We will come and get you. You laugh. Okay, everyone that laugh. It's true, man. Everybody that laugh, they get in trouble. Thank you, Mo. It's the devil that gave him the high fall. I thought it was Molly Mall. Nah, but it's the devil that gave him that high fall. Mark, where you think I live here? No, I'm not on tonight, Bravo. Tonight is Thursday night. But we'll see what happened a little later on. Yeah, we'll see what happened. All right, so let me just, the folks are calling me now. So, folks, thank you for being here with us. See you, see you, see you. We love you guys, and we'll continue to share the good news with you, folks. We continue to share the good news with the platform. So we officially recognize here in the United States. All right, thank you. Blessings.